What is going on, y'all? Hey, today we're going to jump straight into it, but it's the illusion of how you present yourself is going to be the topic today. What am I talking about? How is this applicable to you? When we talk about the illusion of how you present yourself, we're talking about your reputation, how you show up in life, and the reason why things are the way they are for you. Now, the thing is a lot of us portray things in real time that may or may not be true. You may play that you're hard, you're a player, you're whatever you want to be, right? You determine that. The thing is when you exhort that energy out into the world and you tell the world, I am what I am, or I am not what I'm not, it's going to eat you up. So let me give you context. So for me, I always talk about it. I was a mama's boy. I wanted to be nice. Just wanted to be a nerd, play video games. If it really was my choice initially, I would have just been a fat kid, not really played sports or anything. Well, excuse me, I would have played football, wrestling, and then just been done. I sucked for a long time before I got good, and I'd say that's the good that came out of it. And that's why I like sports, but it was the mentality. So that's what we're talking on the mentality. Um, and I always ran into situations, had a bigger mouth than what I can back up. The reason why I learned to fight was getting my ass whooped, whether it was my dad or fighting other people. And then, two, I fought so much that you start winning a little bit because you catch momentum more. You learn what to do, what not to do, how to catch people. And then really got into like learning about MMA, wrestling. Then you learn your craft. But I didn't really realize till I was in the Marine Corps how far ahead I was of a lot of people because a lot of people didn't experience these things. And that was something funny for me was I'd get into shit in the Marine Corps where it was like sparring, grappling, and I'm throwing motherfuckers around. Or one of my Marines tried to go crazy, try to fuck people up one day and I had to choke his ass out. Regardless of what it is, it brought confidence within me by continually doing the reps, continually proving who I am. To where originally I just talked that shit to talk that shit, but now I can talk that shit to back it up. The thing is that's exactly what we are in life, is we're portraying the illusion of what we are. So when I talked about popping pills per se and going down a rabbit hole that I shouldn't even been going down, but I was going through enormous amounts of pain, and really just wanted to check out of life because I hated where I was at, the situation with my parents and being severely depressed, not talking about my emotions, but two, not being able to express myself properly, as in using the slang, wanting to be. I had to put on the show of being professional at home, and it was something that took a toll on me because it seeped into other areas of life. And that's exactly why they say congruence, the way you do one thing is the way you do everything. Is true. Like for me, that's what it was. So it was seeping into other areas of life. I was trying to stay low key so no one knew about what I was doing. The reason why was because my mom would kill me if she found out I was doing what I was doing, and then eventually found out, about the drinking and so forth. So the thing is you have to figure out for yourself what it is that you want to be and how you're going to show up in life. And for me, I was putting on this show to do what I needed to do what I wanted to do. But when the opportunity presented itself, I went all out and I binged, and that was something that was bad because getting blacked out drunk, acting stupid, being a fool. And then the thing that put the icing on the motherfucking cake was getting older and still repeating that same cycle of viciousness because I wasn't able to heal that. I wasn't able to focus on that energy that I was exhorting into the world. And everything that I said, I had to embody because now I was running into new situations. Now I had to be a different way. And that's why I said, I got out of the Marine Corps. I kind of went I wanted to just chill and just be a fucking dumb shit, honestly. And they realized I'm a leader from the get go, dude. Like they just seen it in me, the way I talk to people, the way I move. Hey, get over here. Hey, bro, I need you to do this. And I lead from the front, So that's a good thing is I lead from the front, only talk on experience, do push ups. And if I don't know something, I get somebody else, So always keep the intensity high. I can drill. I got two left feet. So I look jacked and I was just working out every day. And that's something people is commendable. It's like looking good, having a good physique. It's commendable. People understand that that's hard to do for the average Joe. So depending how good you look or depending how good you work, it just brings respect, especially as a man. It's something we look for. And it was funny because that's where life started to change for me was like understanding that what I have to bring to the table is different than everybody else. But what I have to do is be called upon and be better. So it just allowed me more opportunity, more things to do, growing into it. And that's why I said, like, I had to embody it. Go to the schoolhouse. Motherfuckers be pressing you, dude. Literally acting like the street trying to fight you, wilding the fuck out. You got to punk these motherfuckers and literally, how to throw down because these motherfuckers wanted to just be disrespectful, be talking shit, saying fuck your mom, just wilding the fuck out, And it was funny because they would be all about that shit and then, start grappling, throw his ass on the fucking wall, hit it, boom. Oh, fuck, you're not playing, and then they lay off. And that's the thing is like in certain situations, I may have not acted the best, but I learned about myself. I learned what I had to embody. I learned what I had to do. And that's why I say it's illusion of how you present yourself. Ourself, and you change that yourself. That's the illusion of how you present yourself. And the reason why we say the illusion of how you present yourself is because people need to be able to see what it is. And if you can embody the characteristics that you're exhorting into the world, you're acting in a particular way, the universe is going to test you. God's going to test you. And within those moments, that's going to define your character. So initially for me, I wasn't my character. I didn't show up. I didn't choose to be the best that I can be. I was average. I, took the easy route. I indulged when I didn't need to. I did a lot of things that weren't going to get me to where I needed to be. And it really showed within the way I show up in life, everything that I was doing. It wasn't something that, um, was good nor bad, but it was something that just wasn't getting me there. And that's what's funny is like when I talk about certain stories or the things that I went through, it was in a specific light. There was a reason why behind it. Some shit doesn't make sense sometimes because I had to do business in a certain way because I kept my nose clean, because I kept the image of all the good, but you didn't see the bad. And that's the thing that I read in people now. And I'm glad, is I had that opportunity at a young age. Is I'm glad because now I understand that in people, especially the way they exert energy, act a certain way, and then they really ain't about that, or they really don't care about the people, as they say. Like now I can read that like a book because that is something that I did. That is something that I didn't exhort. That is something that made me mess up and not make me the best I can be. And the fact is you're going to have to determine that for yourself. You're going to have to determine how you're going to show up in life, the illusion of what you're going to present, if whether if it's positive, bad, 100% accurate, you want to, promote yourself, whatever it is, you're going to have to exhort that energy, understand it, sit with that emotion. And that was something I had to do continuously was I always sat with that emotion, hated myself for years. And when I really realized that I was holding myself back because I wasn't stepping into who I needed to be, that's where things really started to mellow out and change. Was I was able to understand that it is me needing to be better, not that everybody else needs to be better. I need to show up differently. I want the world to show up differently. I can't be saying one thing, doing another. I need to be by my word. I need to do this or that. That was the reason why I'd run into these issues. So it was funny as fuck because I would always run into things, or even now be saying a story and someone's like, what the fuck? And then I explained myself thoroughly about why I was a certain way, how, and they're like, oh, okay, that makes perfect sense on why you were the certain way, da 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 da. And that's the thing is people don't know. What it is, but they also haven't gone through your experience, and not everybody's gonna understand exactly everything you had to do, why you had to do it, and how you portrayed yourself. And that's the key is like if we can do that, that's where you align to life. And if you want to the illusion is you want to be a better man, better dad. Maybe you talk about those things. Maybe you talk about how you were able to get there, why you weren't there in the past, why you felt unfulfilled, why you were unaligned. And that's exactly what I do, and that's the key is, I'm talking to the man that was on his knees begging God for shit to change. He's going to be coming to life with a different energy, different action, and the way that he presents himself is going to be completely different. So thank you for tuning in. If you want 5 steps to recalibrate your mindset, click my Instagram bio. You can download it there. It's a PDF. Thank you guys. I appreciate y'all. We have another episode dropping today, so stick around.